Hey everyone! In the last video, you learned how prokaryotes divide through binary fission. In this and the next few videos, we'll examine eukaryotic chromosomes. And in this video, we'll have one question.
And our question is, how is the genome of a cell or species described?
An organism's genome is all of the DNA in a cell of that organism, which is of course found within the organism's chromosomes. As we'll see, how genetic material is organized within a cell varies among different eukaryotic species. Here we'll examine 4 ways we can describe a genome: the number of chromosome types, the ploidy, the total number of chromosomes, and the total number of base pairs. We'll learn the proper notation for describing each of these aspects of a genome and how to describe the human genome in these ways. The first way we can describe the genome of a species is by how many different types of chromosomes it has. Here's a karyogram of a human male cell. Recall that a karyogram is a picture of a cell's karyotype, or what chromosomes it has. In this human karyogram, we see 23 different types of chromosomes. For example, chromosome 3 is one type of chromosome. Each chromosome type has different genes. There are 22 types of autosomes, numbered 1 through 22. And even though there are 2 types of sex chromosomes, the X and the Y, to avoid confusion, we'll consider the X and the Y chromosomes as the same type of chromosome, namely the sex chromosome. The number of chromosome types is represented by the letter N. So in humans, N equals 23. N is also the number of chromosomes in a haploid cell of a species. In humans, the haploid cells that are made are the gametes, the sperm, and the egg. So each of these has one of each chromosome type, for a total of 23 chromosomes. A second way we describe the genome of an organism is its ploidy, or how many sets of chromosomes it has. An organism's ploidy is also the number of each chromosome type that it has. An organism's ploidy is represented by the number in front of N, and that number is the number of each chromosome type that a species or cell has. Human somatic cells, which are all cells except gametes and their parent cells, like skin or muscle cells, have 2 copies of each chromosome type. Somatic cells are diploid, or 2N. These cells have 2 of each chromosome type. A set of chromosomes includes 1 chromosome of each type, so these cells have 2 complete sets of chromosomes. Here's one set, and here's the other set. Again, there is 1 of each chromosome type in each set. Since we can see here that humans have 2 sets of chromosomes, their ploidy is 2, or diploid, so we write 2N for their ploidy. A third way we can describe a genome is by the total number of chromosomes an organism has. In our notation, the last number, which is the product of the ploidy and N, equals the total number of chromosomes. In humans, because there are 23 types of chromosomes, and because we have 2 of each of them, our somatic cells have 46 total chromosomes. This convention of blank N equals blank is usually how we describe what chromosomes a given species has. When we write this, we are usually describing the chromosomes present in a somatic, non-dividing cell of a species. Drosophila has 8 total chromosomes and is diploid. So, what number goes here and what number goes here? Take a moment and pause the video and try to write down these correct numbers for Drosophila. Okay, so Drosophila is 2n because it's diploid, and we can count the chromosomes in the picture, and we see that there are 8 of them. So 2n equals 8. So what is n? Well, if there are 8 chromosomes total, and there are 2 of each type, then there must be 4 different types of chromosomes. Of course, we can also solve this mathematically by dividing each side by 2. So n equals 4. Commercially sold potato varieties are tetraploid. If there are 12 chromosome types, how many chromosomes would be in potato sperm cells? I'll give you a moment to pause the video and try to figure this out. Okay, so since potato is tetraploid, there are 4 copies of each chromosome type. So the number in front of n is 4. Since there are 12 types, n equals 12. In somatic cells, there are 4 of each type, and there are 12 types for a total of 48 chromosomes. So potato is 4n equals 48 in somatic non-dividing cells. Potato gametes have half the number of chromosomes as somatic cells, so sperm cells would have 24 total chromosomes. A fourth way we can describe a genome is by the total number of base pairs that are present in all chromosomes together. In humans, there are about 3 billion total base pairs. Since the human genome has been sequenced, we know the order of these base pairs on all the chromosomes. Okay, so at this point, you should be able to describe a eukaryotic genome in the several ways that we discussed. If you can't, as always, feel free to watch the video again. Now in the next video, we'll discuss some structural features of eukaryotic chromosomes and how these different features help us to analyze and categorize these chromosomes. See you later.